What's the best fitness training program for hard enduro? One of the tough things about training for hard enduro and just racing in general is that there's so much conflicting information. So I know for my 14 years of racing, it's like you get different bits of information from different people or different riders, and then you're trying to better yourself and get better by finding out more information, but you end up more confused. And the last thing you want to be doing is, training and putting all of this effort and feel like you're wasting your time doing stuff that's not even the right stuff. You're not even confident in what you're doing. So you'll have some riders that are like, okay, never lift weights, don't lift weights because you're going to get arm pump and get too big and bulky for the bike. And then you've got other people saying, oh, but you need to lift weights to be able to get stronger. Then you got other people say, oh, only do weights, but make sure you only do high rep stuff in the 20 to 30 rep range. Then you've got other people saying, oh, make sure you do arm exercises to strengthen your arms. And you've got other people saying, don't strengthen your arms because that's going to cause arm pump. Then you've got some people saying, nah, just do lots of cycling and cardio work. Then you've got some people saying, roll up a brick on a string. And you've got some people saying, oh, no, you need to take this supplement, have more magnesium. And so you've got all of this different information flying at you. And at the end of the day, you probably just want to know what's going to work so you can get on with it. And it's a very confusing field. So what I'm going to go through in this video is just to help clarify what are the main components that go into the best hard enduro fitness training program, and give you some actionable stuff that you can actually implement into your training so you can improve your riding. So I'll divide it up into three areas. The first area, or the first component of a good training program for hard enduro, is it has to have some component of strength. So when you guys are going riding for hard enduro, you've got a bike. Okay, you might weigh, if you've got let's say you're racing a 300 two-stroke, I think they're about 104 kilos. I think I was looking the other day, dry weight for a KTM is 104. So it's about 104 kilos you've got there of bike weight. If you're weighing 80 kilos, okay, you've got a 104 kilo bike and an 80 kilo rider on top. Okay, so that's 184 kilos that you need to be able to wrestle around. Now, specifically for hard enduro, you guys are picking the bike up and really wrestling that bike around more than any other bike sports, okay? More than cross-country enduro, more so than motocross. So strength is really, really important for you guys. Like if you're going through a rock garden and you're trying to move the bike over, strength. If you're doing a hill climb and you've dropped the bike and you're trying to pick it up and get going again, strength, okay? There's a lot of muscling the bike around. So you need to be building strength, okay? There's no way around that. And the best way to be able to build strength is through weight training, okay? Now, the most important thing here with the weight training building strength is you've got to make sure you're building the right type of strength so you aren't getting big and bulky, so you aren't getting arm pump, but so you can get your strength work transferring over to the bike. So how do you do that? First thing you need to be doing is using what's called multi-joint movements. So multi-joint movements are exercises which use multiple muscle groups in one specific exercise, okay? So to give you an example, stand up here. A multi-joint exercise would be something like a back squat. So if I've got a weight bar on my back and I'm going down for a squat, what's happening is I'm using my core, I'm using my lower back, I'm using my upper back, using my glutes, my hamstrings, my quads. Every muscle in my body is being used when I do that squat. If I'm doing, say, maybe a bent over row with a bar, okay? When I'm pulling the bar in, I've got to keep my core tight, I've got to keep my lower back straight, okay? I've got to keep my upper back nice and tight. I'm using my hamstrings and my glutes to be able to hold me in the right position. So exercises that you can use like a barbell back squat, barbell deadlift, barbell bent over row, barbell bench press, or barbell overhead press. And these are all really great exercises that get your body working together as one whole unit. And the great thing about that is when you go and race, your body is also working together as one whole unit. Okay, so the biggest problem I see here with the strength is that riders will try and isolate muscle groups. Okay, they'll go to the gym or they'll go to their weights and they're thinking to themselves, okay, I'll get sore arms on the bike, so I'll get my arms a bit stronger. So they'll go and do some bicep curls, or they'll go and do some tricep extensions. Okay, or they'll go, all right, I get sore legs when I ride, so I'm going to go do some leg extensions on the leg extension machine. And the problem with that type of strength training is your body doesn't work like that when you're riding. Your body's not working in individual muscle groups. Okay, they're all working together. That's what makes riding so hard and so taxing. So we want to make sure we're building the right type of strength using the right types of exercises. Second thing is cardio. A good hard enduro fitness program will include cardio, and preferably have two types of cardio. So there's multiple ways of doing this. The way I do it with our riders is with our gym training, we focus on doing our short distance cardio stuff. So when you go out and do a hard enduro, you might be riding for 3, 4, 5, 6 hours, But within that time period, you're not actually just riding at a consistent pace. Okay, it's not like going for a walk for 3 hours where you're just doing the same thing for 3 hours. Because you've got some parts of the track or some parts of the ride which require a lot more effort than other parts of the ride. So like you might do a really hard hill climb and that absolutely flogs the shit out of you. But then once you get past that hill climb, then it's a bit of single trail before you get to the next section. So you get a bit of a rest. So we want to replicate that with our training. And so the best way to do that is through interval training. Okay, so it could be doing a workout, like even a workout, like for example, it could be say 10 minutes, you do a minute of burpees and then a minute of rowing. A minute of burpees, minute of rowing, and you do that for 10 minutes. Okay, so just interval work. Fluctuating in intensity, exactly like you are on the bike. So that's, with our guys, that's what we do during the week with our gym work. There's also your longer distance cardio that you need to be training to get used to the 3, 4, 5, 6 hours. You can train that on an exercise bike if you really want to, but the problem is it's not going to have very good transfer over to your riding on the weekend, because riding an exercise bike for 3 hours and riding a 300 for 3 hours is a very different experience. So what I recommend for our guys to be able to get used to or build that longer distance cardio system is to go and do longer rides on the weekend. Okay, if you want to do 3 hour enduros as your race, go and do 2 3 hour rides on the weekend when you do get on the bike. And that's going to help to build your bike time up and bike skills at the same time. So any good program is going to have both of those cardio components. And that's it. I don't know if I said I broke this down into 3 areas or 2 areas, but they're the two main things. Is a good program needs a large focus on strength work and getting you stronger to make the bike feel lighter, and a good focus on cardio and making sure you're doing the right type of cardio. Okay, not doing stuff that's not going to transfer or not help with your riding and racing. If any of you guys would like some help with this stuff, or you've got a specific event that you're trying to get ready for, you can apply to work with me. I'll put the link for my Faster Laps program down below in the description. Otherwise, hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I will chat to you guys soon.